Hello, long time no see. It's Debbie from Australia and I'm here today with a very late July and August cross stitch update. July was a great month. I believe I got 30,557 stitches. I had August off and I expected to have a really big number. That didn't happen. I had the wonderful event of my son and now daughter-in-law wedding mid-August, which was absolutely beautiful. Of course it was. And then it sort of went downhill from there. Hubby's been in hospital for 3 stints in August, end of July, August, which really slowed things down, and the bits and pieces and the running around I had to do just slowed down the stitching. So I only got 22,020 stitches for the month, but not to worry, things are looking up. Things are looking up. Anyway, I have got projects that cover both months. I'll mention if I worked on them both months. There is 1 or 2 that's had a few stitches in September, but I couldn't wait any longer. I'm going to spend 2 weeks with my daughter and her family starting tonight. So I really needed to get this done so I can go and pack and get ready to leave tonight. So let's get going. I haven't got my actual notes, but I believe I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 finishes, 4 starts over the 2 months, and a few whips, and a very quick roundup, mostly photos. So I'll just flick through the photos of the daisy chain cross stitch retreat I went to with 4 friends, and it was absolutely a great time. Prettiest retreat I've ever been to. But let's get started. Finish number 1. Finish number 1, you've probably seen it. Oh, not like that, you haven't. You've probably seen it all over the internet. This is my Extraordinary Birds Sow from Lola cross stitch. Absolutely loved it. Kelly from Animal Instinct and myself, and Kelly was at the retreat. We stitched and stitched until we finished it, so we had it finished in August. It is beautiful. There are so many gorgeous birds on there, and quite a few little Australian birds, which was just so lovely. Even the big, what is it? The something Duck of Doom, Dastardly Duck of Doom. The prehistoric one believed to be around up in the Northern Territory of Australia. I started this on the 5th of April 25, finished it on the 31st of August 2025, and it will go to my son to go with the other 2 sows he took a shine to, and this one is no different. Okay, oops, sorry. Next finish, Gone to Pieces, Long Dog Samplers. I've been working on this since the 14th of March. I got that the right way, there we go. 14th of March 2023, just plodding along. Finished it on the 2nd of August 2025. I did change up the colours. Now, of course, I did it again. I'm always good at these before and afters. We've got before and after. It's funny that they had different photos, same fabric. The grey on your right is the colour. It's Steeley. Never told you that. It is 36 count Steeley Nights from number 12 Stitch Co. Then we should jump to before and after for Long Dog Samplers compared to their colouring. The only thing, if I had any thought, is I should have swapped the green and the pink so the flamingo was pink. hindsight's a marvellous thing, but I'm not undoing all those stitches. These things happen. Not to worry, not to worry. Let me see what's next up. Oh, I've got to come back to those. The next finish is a sow. Oops, put it on by Sunshine Stitches from Modern Folk Embroidery. It's put a bird on it. I did this with, oh, I didn't write it on there. This is Ice Blue from Zweigert. I believe it is PR186 for memory, from Silks for You. The pinky, violety numbers and letters. Another Silks for You, as is the blue that all the birds have been done on. With a very, very lovely sow. Mine is a bit blurrier compared to others, but I absolutely love it. Before and after. And compared to the original. Mine's just a bit crazier, but such is life. Okay, next we have our, oh no, one more finish. This is the big finish. This is the big finish. This is before and after of the strawberry teapot. Now this was a pot along. This was a pot along that Hooks on Instagram, Pennington Terrace and Animal Instincts and myself decided to do, because we're going to this retreat. I've lost it, there it is. We put together, had it all done and sewn, and we decided to put it all together when we got to the retreat, which we did. Now I'm just going to go backwards on the photos. There we go. Okay, believe it or not, from those pieces you saw a minute ago, we have a little teapot. We found some little teapot and cups and saucers and the strawberry charm to go on the top. That is the front. That is the back. When you see the picture against the picture, their handle's on the other side, but not on the instructions. And I followed the instructions except for the bottom. So mine's sitting on a trivet because I didn't read that the card on the bottom had to be on the inside when you sewn it. This is Kelly from Animal Instincts little pot, beautiful dark blue. That was my little fellow, the lilac. The light blue was Anne from Hooks at Hooks on Instagram, and the beautiful ruby one is from Pennington Terrace. To say we had a ball would be interesting. We had a lot of laughing, some of it hysterical, but in the end we all got the tiniest, cutest little teapots with the steam coming out. We don't know what we're doing for the next retreat, but I don't think it's going to be something so small. But it's cute as a button. I absolutely love it. I'll put it back there. And so pleased. And we're all finished, which is yay. That of course is the main thing. Now we're going to go, here's mine. Transition please. Oh no. Sorry about that. Had a bit of transmission interruption there. This is the strawberry teapot. against ours. We're pretty close, but we didn't put a snail and a flower on it. We did our own little embellishments. And what that is sitting on in that photo is a lovely coaster that Anne made. Our table, which is us four plus Michelle, who is Fluffy Shelley on Instagram. Made sure I got it right. And made us all eat, sleep, cross stitch, repeat coasters, along with the padding underneath, which my coffee is actually sitting on. Okay, I'm hoping I'm not going to have any more interruptions on these transitions. Now the next, before I start, I'm going to show you, because they are on my list. I had 2 starts, very small ones, as you can imagine, hospital visits and waiting. First one I started was called Autumn Harvest. This one has all the cross stitching done, just needs beading, which hopefully I'll get done this month. The second one was Winter Holiday. Again, all the cross stitching done, just need the beading. So 6 starts. Not to worry, it's all good. It's all good, they'll all get done eventually. Okay, this was a birthday present to me from Anne at Hooks on Instagram. I will show you the picture because I don't have it printed as yet. This is called Bee with Specialty Stitches. I am going to murder this name and I am going to say it only once. Riznobarvna. That's it. That's all I can do. It's all I can do. From now on, I'll just say, check the photo, check the typing. This is where I am up to. I'll come up close because the wings will be outlined. Believe it or not, even with that stand did not carry all the metallics. And I am going to use the metallics because they shine so nicely. This is Bee with Specialty Stitches, and pretend there's only 319 stitches because that's what I had done before the end of August, but it is addictive. I love it. So this is my start against the original. It was lovely. Don't put it there. It was lovely at the retreat because Deb Sharp on Instagram had completed hers and she had done it on grey with all different fibres. She'd come up, made her own decisions on it. It was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It was great to actually see it and be able to pick, which I did. I picked that fabric again. Forgot to tell you the fabric was 32 count violet crumble from Whoopsie Daisy from Daisy Chain Stitchery. I picked it at the retreat to do it on, so I was able to check with Deb Sharp that I had a big enough piece. I don't know what that's doing. I'm leaving it alone. The next start is an unusual one. Again, I'm going to have to show you a photo. This is called Cat's Face. I just fell in love with it. I saw it and I think it was on the I think it was the actual designer's Vanya's site. This is from CrossStithbyVanya. This is where I am up to. She says pull on the wrong side. So you can see the eyes and I believe all the whiskers are done. I'm going to do all the black before I go any further. I'm doing it on 20 count white Aida. I haven't decided to be brave and do my own colours, but you know, we'll see. And this is where it is up to compared to the original. So a lot to go, but isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I saw it on Instagram from Vanya Marinova, just slightly easier. And I think that might be Cross Stitch by Vanya. But the minute I saw it, I thought, yes, please, that's mine. It's really quite dangerous to go to Etsy. It really, really is. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 6, I haven't got 7, have I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Thank goodness. The next start, you've all seen this on Kelly Animal Instinct's site. sorry, nope, there we go. I've always loved it, and I found it on Stash Unload, and I said, oh, I saw it on Stash Unload, you know, I really, really love it. And she said, you should get it. And I thought, well, it's been 2 weeks. Let's see if it's still there. And luckily it was. Artwork is by Danny Lizeth. I don't know why I'm lisping today. Charted by Gecko Rouge. And I got 3,000 odd stitches done, so that's the little fella's face. And I think the mum's nose. I'm saying it's mum and a bub. Again, on 20 count white Aida. And I started on the 7th of August. And this is it against the picture. So you can see I'm working on the, so many colour changes. I'm working on the head and working backwards. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Now I'm not sure if I had mentioned this, but the lovely Gail from Wombat Hollow Crafts gifted me Mirabilia's Winter White Santa. She had started it, wasn't enjoying doing it, so I have continued on her work because I love the fabric. The fabric is 32 count beautiful blizzard from, I believe, Sew It All. Not only did she give me the fabric and the pattern, she gave me everything, the threads, the works, the beads. She wouldn't take any funds from it. So I must admit, I absolutely love it. This is where Sandy is up to at the moment. He's a gorgeous boy. Gail was this side, I was the other. I think we're pretty close. I was worried that my stitches wouldn't be as good as Gail's, but I think we're pretty close, which is really good. I started this on the 15th of August. And I can't say how happy I am. He's beautiful. He is beautiful. This is where I received it on the left from Gail. And I did about 2,400 stitches as part of a challenge with Down Under Divas. Then this is where it is actually on the Santa. He's a beautiful boy with his Christmas tree, and you can see his sash coming out. Gail obviously started on the top halfway. I have a tendency to work on the bottom because there's always more stitching on the bottom, and that way I'm working to smaller. But because she started there, I'm merrily going on. But again, it is absolutely beautiful. Next, now we're up to the whips. Yes, finishes, starts. Now we're up to the whips. You all know, Stitch in Time, artwork by Aimee Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth. This is a slightly bigger picture. You won't say Heaven and Earth, of course, on it. I was so happy. I was so happy. In July, I did 10,007 stitches on this. And I thought, I'm going to make it halfway. I'm going to make it halfway. I'm going to make it halfway. But in August, the way the month turned out, absolutely nothing, which probably puts me back on scratch. But you think those white curtains are done? No, they're not. There's still a lot of stitches in there to be done. But it's moving along. It's moving along. I believe I have to go up to there to be halfway, so I don't think I'll get it done by the end of the year, but it'll be close-ish. Okay, where I was to where I got. Oh, if I could have at least done another 5,000, it would have been just delightful. But not to worry. And I think I've got, yes I have. That's sort of where I've got to get up to. I just need to Just need to see how I go, but I don't think so, because what have I got left? I've only got 3 months. 3 and a bit months. But we'll give it a good college try. Next, in July, I know I worked on Mirabilia's Emerald Mermaid. She's very pretty. Mine looks a bit ghostly at the moment because I have not, I've not done her eyes yet. I've not done the back stitching, so she's looking a bit ugh. But I believe I've done all bar the pink stitching down in the bottom floral work, and then it's just back stitch and beads. I've estimated she's at 85%, but she got 2,628 stitches in July. Before and after. So basically you can see I filled in all the tail and the bottom of her body, and then started on all the greenery underneath her. And compared to the original, okay, not quite sure where I was up to. You might have heard the doorbell, you may not have. Anyway, that is Emerald Mermaid against the pattern. Isn't it funny? You try and get things done and then everything starts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips to go. The next whip, Little House Needleworks, Little Sheep Virtues, had hoped to have this done in August. It did not happen, of course. But I am up to the very last square, so it'll get done this month. I worked on July, so I got July's done over here. I'm working on August's, so it'll be delayed a month, but that's all right. Let me get there. Something's not working here. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Like I said, so I did get July's done. I am working on August. I did some of that at the retreat. Before and after. So at least I know I'll have a finish in September. And against the original. Again, mine is not in the same order. I picked my own order of how I was going to be doing things. 1 more to go. So in September, hopefully, I'll be able to show you the finished patterns with all the buttons on it. Next, we have Magwayen from Bella Filapina. A beautiful, beautiful pattern. Now, this is where I am working at the moment, or was working at the moment. But this month, I'll just pop that to the back and drop it down. I actually did the border. I think I had to do stitches in black and it just worked out. So I actually did the border. I didn't want to leave it till the end. It can get a bit boring. So I've only got a massive lot of metallic stitching up around her head, and then it's beading. I'd say, I'm guessing she's about, oh no, 90%, because she's only got beads. I believe all her back stitches done, so she's only got beads and the rest of the metallics up the top to go. So, you know, not this month, I don't think. She's not in the pile to go to my daughter's place. I have to be realistic about how many I take. They're in the process of moving house, so they don't want to have all my stuff when they're trying to pack up all their stuff at the same time. And I hate this opposite stuff. We'll leave it there. Before and after. Oh, no, that's against the original. Next, before and after. She looks smaller, I suppose, because I have to come out now the framework is done. and against her original. So you can see there's more metallic work up around her headdress, and then it is all beads. Sorry, I've got a monitor attached, and for some reason it's flashing on and off, and it's driving me insane. I've already got 3 bits of this to hook together, but such is life. Next whip from our forest embroidery is the Raven sampler. Now, the last time I showed you this, I found out there was, because I'm working on Pattern Keeper, there was a hell of a lot of back stitching I hadn't done. So I did do some more cross stitch. I got this corner done, that's the bottom, and you have to go across there. I have done the D in black. I was supposed to put the M in black, but I decided after all this, it's all right, I'll just put my W in black. And I went back. You can see some of it around here. Like all these little things up above all had back stitch. I have done all the back stitch. I've done, whoops, oh geez, I've done all the back stitch in this panel. So now I've only got this bottom section to go, and I know all the back stitch is done. I also did all the back stitch around the corner, and there was just little bits like that all over the place. So again, it's another one. Cross stitch wise, it is 92%. So again, it's not in the pile to go. I can't take everything. Just can't take everything. Okay, so before and after, you can see I've dropped it down. I've finished the next row of letters. I decided to come down to do the corner. I can't make that picture larger, but when it's finished, I'll show you the larger when I've got it all out. You can actually see that all this weird little back stitching all the way through, and it does, it makes it look lovely. All the back stitching is done right up to where I'm stitching now. And that is it against the original. The photo actually makes the darker points of this fabric look darker, but it isn't that dark as you saw in the original. Next whip is Red Mermaid from RTO. Several of us working on this. Oh, keep going to put it down. I can't put it down there. Now I've got some of them written down. Kelly from Animal Instincts, Amanda from Pennington Terrace, Joe from Belushi Stitches, Emma from Emma X Stitch. There could be a few others. This is where I'm up to. I finally got onto her hair. In July I had to do 2,000 stitches in red or orange, so bingo, didn't take much to work out what I was going to do. This is being stitched on 36 counts Sorcerer from Picture This Plus, and it is very hard work. I think I'm luckier maybe than the others because I'm working up to cross stitch. They're working up to cross stitch, tent stitch, metallics and all the rest of it. I think most of that's gone for me. I'm guessing it's about 66% because I've only got her face to go and a little bit of back stitch. Her hands are done, but I think there's a little bit of back stitch in her fins on the bottom. Before and after. Oh, she looks beautiful. She just looks so beautiful. If I do say so myself, and against the picture. I think she's one of the closest to the picture actually. Maybe their fabric is slightly darker, but no, I just love it. She's beautiful. Okay, second last. The Fisher King Long Dog Samplers. I can't use the stats on this because I remember I did it on that bright ruby red fabric, and it was too big and didn't fit. And then I tried to do it 1/1 on the ruby fabric, and it was too small and the back stitch was near impossible. It worked out that it was just too much. But all those stitches, of course, are in my software, so it says I'm a lot further than what I am, but I'm not. This is the majority of it. The picture will have the whole width. That's not the whole width. There's a little bit over here more. This is on barnwood from Picture This Plus 40 count. I am using a white silk from Silks For You, and when I was doing all my twiddling on my DMC tower, I came across, what is it called? Swamp water, because a lot of the back stitch is on the white. So rather than black, I'm going to use that to do the back stitch. And maybe the next time I sit at this, I might go and have a look and make sure or have a look and see if there's any back stitch on the white that I've done so far, to see whether I need to do some back stitch. This one got 2,000 odd in July, another 1,300 in August, and it is on the pile, or on the list to go to my daughter's place. Before and after. As you can see, I finished that. I finished the lady, I think, and then all those shields on the side. There's a big white series of shields. You'll see that in the next one. All the black, of course, is going to be white, and you can see I've still got a fair bit of the white to do on that side. But look at that, look at that, look at that ostrich with his little hat on. Looking forward to doing that one. But I have done a total. No, well, see, the total doesn't count. 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about 9,000 odd stitches, a bit more on this version. But we'll see how we go. The last whip I've got for you is Winter's Quaker. I've really got to work on this. I've had it too long. It's driving me insane. No, for no other reason than I am using the Valdowny, but instead of using, because I'm using 40 count, I can't use the 3 ply. I have to untwist it to 1 ply. And of course, what that means is it breaks a lot. But I did get the big motif done. This is on 40 count dwarf linen, which was the cord for, and it got 2,298 stitches to finish that motif. And I think I'll put the cardinal in and some of the snowflakes. I'm trying to keep up with the snowflakes because I think they could be a pain in the neck if that's all you've got to do at the end. Seeing there, I did a fair bit on that big one. I did put the cardinal in, and I've got a couple of other little motifs on the left. I love how I pointed out for you on mine, but you don't get a pointer on your screen. But to the left, top left of the diamond, you can see there's extra work being added in there. And compared to the original, there's still some big ones to go, but I'm going to try and get some of that, not this month, but get some of that going a bit more regularly. Always puts on the side because I get very frustrated when it keeps. I must have bumped this because you usually don't see my whole overlocker. Okay, now I believe that is it. I've got stats next, have I? Okay. August stats. We're going backwards here. 22,020. Oh, you can see I marked off all my monthly goals, and the only one I didn't get was my, what did I want to do? 5,000 stitches on a stitch in time. So I think that's the first one for the month that I haven't actually met my goals 100%. What? July. Oh, well, that's wrong because I did 10,000 plus. I just didn't tick the box. I'll tick that box, I tell you, as soon as I finish. because July I got 30,457. Like I said, at the end of July, hubby was in hospital, so it does bits and pieces and extra workload at home. It does stop you from concentrating on your stitching. Monthly stitches by projects. You can see I've already done a little bit on a stitch in time, and yeah, the bee with specialty stitches, couldn't help myself. So you can see I did stitch both August and July, but August the number is a lot less than what they normally would be. Monthly totals for the year. That's the heat chart. Apparently the brighter the orange, the higher the stitches you've done. Now we've hit the retreat. Now I'm going to go, I've broken up the retreat photos. I have to say, let me come back for a second. I have to say a very big thank you again to Michelle from Fluffy Shelley on Instagram. If you don't follow her, you should. She does some beautiful projects. But she was at our table. She was the 5th on our table. I think we all knew Michelle, except for Amanda. We'd met at the Fixed Stitches retreats, and it was lovely. She got there. She got us the perfect table. We had a great time, but she did go around and do photos because she was sending them to a couple of friends that couldn't make it, unfortunately, and sharing the joy. And I asked would she mind, and she merrily said I could use them. Now there's a lot here. I'll flick through them slowly and just occasionally make comments, but I do have to say, like I said earlier, it was the prettiest retreat I've ever been to. Before we get going, because you will see these in the photos, I'm going to show you the size of the totes. Now I've done this video, this one, I lucked out because Kelly could not get the tote in her bag to go back on the airplane. And she said she didn't really need it, so I lucked out and I got 2 of the white totes. I've got one beside my chair, and that's got my monthly project sitting in it, so I know, you know, this is what I've got to get to do. And when I finish, I am trying to start this one, bring them into this room, take the photo, come into this room and put them in the other tote, and that way I'll have an in and out. So it came with the scarf, came with those cute little gibbets, the lovely trees are from Daisy Chain. She had some left over of the gibbets, so she handed them out. So I've got some for my daughter-in-law and my daughter to put on their crocks, because that's what they're originally for. But like I said, when you see these photos and see what we walked into, absolutely beautiful. So let's go. Oh, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I don't know if this is part 3 or 4, but it won't make a difference to you. This was on the wall, the Daisy Chain retreat. Absolutely cute as anything. It really is. It was just so lovely. These are the items in our bags. I will pause. No, I won't. I'm not going to pause. I'm going to jump across and show you them. We got from the boys down at Ginger Stitch AU, Daisy Chain Retreat, needle minder. We got 3 little daisies with needle minders, again from Ginger Stitch AU. We got the beautiful tin, which opens up. It's got a lovely little tray inside. It all fits together. Absolutely so pretty. She says banging and crashing. Sorry for those with earphones. Let me bring this across so I'm not turning all the time. there is a fair bit of stuff. These were all in our totes. Got a lovely pair of scissors. We got the needle threader with the lovely little daisy. We got floss drops. We got a thread winder for those that use floss drops. We got the measuring square to start your stitching in the right spot on your fabric. A cute little notepad and pen. 2 thread drops, thread organisers. Ah, there's the third one. This is the third needle minder. This is a beehive with honey dripping off it. We got a complete kit from Mojo Stitching called Bacolbin in the afternoon. You'll see a lot of people have actually finished stitching this. It comes with everything you need, top, bottom, the works, and Teresa put in the fabric to use. I will be doing that. And then to put that little kit in, and any future trips, this beautiful little project pouch that you can actually clip into a folder if you're travelling along. So I enjoy getting things that I don't know I'm getting, and they're all, like I said, so pretty. We'll go back to the pictures. So that was in our bags when we turned up. As well as the coffee cup. That's our table. You've got Anne Hooks at Instagram, myself, Amanda from Pennington Terrace straight on, Kelly from Animal Instincts, and Michelle Fluffy Shelley on Instagram. The tables were all set up like this as you walked in. That's Anne's coaster she made for all of us at the table. This is the door prize that Michelle was lucky enough to win. Absolutely beautiful. It's from it's from the company Shown. I'm no good at French, sorry. And it had the complete kit to do this, stitch this album. She was very lucky. You had to have an extra daisy, extra big daisy on your bag. It was a very clever way of doing it. Michelle also told us about this place. Fancy calling your place the Smelly Deli, but it was lovely. That's where we got lunch on Friday, but it had every cheese you could think of. It had preservatives like caramelised black garlic, and it was a lovely place to go to. And that's where we were. Look at that for a nice day. The first couple of days were very windy, but the last day was just glorious, but always the blue sky. Now Michelle took this picture when we came all in, the rest of us came in Anne's car. We were driving along and I saw all this big lineup. And of course, me being me says, who in the hell would be lining up to drink alcohol at 9 o'clock in the morning? Can't believe it. Can't believe it, says I. We drive past them. We keep going, following the GPS. And at the very last minute, we come across a roundabout that had made us do a U-E. And we didn't get further down the road from there. And I said, oh my God. I said, they're not waiting for alcohol. I bet they're waiting to get into a cross-stitch retreat, which they were. So the devil got me back. But I had to laugh. I thought, oh my God, thing to do. This was an archway done up in the back where you could have photos taken. Again, the bags. I mean, see what I mean about being so pretty. This is Daisy Chain's shop. They're all the specially, your Weeks Dye Works, Classic Colour Works, and your gas threads. Her husband came up with that idea. That stand completely shuts down where they can just hook the lines together so all the threads stay in place, and she can travel with that anywhere. It's a marvellous idea. her DMC collection, and she had, you can see the rest of the gibbets sitting there in front, and she was selling some project bags and grime guards for another lady. The fabric. Then this is Mojo's shop. Of course, she always has it so pretty too. And then we've got Taryn from Teaser Handmaids. I mean, I went overboard last retreat I went to, but I did buy, and I bought one of those mats that you put on the table at a retreat, and I think mine is second from the front there, and I'll show you that when I get to the quick purchases. This was another little shop. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the lady, but she had some lovely thread drops for your rings, for your bling, for your rings, for your threads and needle minders and that. And she was on the side. I didn't get over there much. Then we got the brag table. Now the brag table photos that I've grouped together not only has a brag table, but these ones I think in particular were part of the Smalls exchange, but I just grouped them all together. Why are you there? Why are you there? Where are the rest of my photos? Whole 5. Something's gone wrong. We'll just have a quick intermittent here because there are a lot more photos and I don't know where they've gone. We're going to do a quick... I can see them all there. Maybe because I've got that open. Well, we're going to finish there because I'm going to show you some of the fabric I bought. I don't know what happened to the rest of the photos. They are in the folder that this software is supposed to go to, so it's a me error. And I have started this video, I don't know how many times now, so we'll just leave it at that. So I'm just going to quickly, I'll just quickly show you some of the fabrics I got. These are my linens I got from Daisy Chain. You can see a couple of them. The brown, there's the brown, it's not out as much. The brown and the blue. Brown's probably not showing up, but it's, there we go, it's metallic. So those are the fabrics, the linens. I did get some brighter Aidas because I don't have a lot of Aidas and I want to do those funky chickens and parrots from Satsuma Street, I think they are. I also got, and Jo from Mojo always decorates it, she gives you this pretty card to write on. She gives you stuff you can use for finishing. I got 2 things from her. I got this one called Oh Kindness from Jane Winston 1818. The kindness that my friends have shown, oh teach me to repay by double kindness of my own in every future day. And I thought that was a beautiful sentiment. And I also got, I'll take this grit off, sorry for the crackling, the full kit for Oh Christmas Tree. Now this isn't cross stitch, this is like scrappy upcycling project. I'll come in closer, where you make the Christmas tree just out of the bits and pieces, which I just thought was just a lovely idea. So it comes with the bag, like it's a bag that you do it on, and all the bits and pieces, and she shows you how to do it. So those are what I got from Mojo. I also got some, one's gone because I did give out for a gift cards when you're handing over stitching. I thought these were beautiful. They were from Daisy Chain. And here is, let's see, let me find the metallic bit. Where's the metallic? Where's the magnet? I know it's here. There it is. Don't mind me, sorry. I don't know if it's going to stay there, so I'm going to show you later. This is the placemat I purchased. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful purple on the back. So it's sort of, you know, this is your area, you know, by putting this out, you're not sort of exceeding, you're not, you know, taking up too much room on the table. It just gives you a nice little square. You can have your bits and pieces and you know where you're up to. And she's got a beautiful tie, so you can just roll it up and put it in your bag. What came with that is this gorgeous little magnetic tin. She's got the magnets on the back. Inside she had the needle threader. It also came with a beautiful little pair of purple scissors. So it's, I mean, it was a lovely retreat. Lisa from Paddock Lane Designs gave everyone a few floss drops. And in mine, there was a little tiny frog. Let me see if I can make him sit on one of these. So at least if you get the frog, it's only a needle minder. It's not actually your stitching you have to frog. So she was handing those out. Now, I had some things to hand out. I came home with a fair few. Because we did laugh and stitch, and it's not that I forgot, but I didn't get around to it. I had these in little purple bags. I gave out a fair few. Mainly towards the end when I realised I hadn't been handing them out. This is a tape measure. My daughter put my little circle and glasses on there for me. It's a metre long, so it's only a little fellow, and I thought they were very handy. And again, everyone knows I like bees, and we're at the daisy chain retreat. I had little bees and daisies as a zipper pull in there. And like I said, I had a few left over. I'll take them to my stitching ladies and do that. I'm really sorry I haven't got the rest of those photos. I'm not sure what's going on. I will try them out and I'll just put them in the front. There was a lot of the brag table. Some of them are, well, all of them really, but if you see any of them and you want to know who stitched them or what the pattern is, I can always put something in the group and we'll find out what it is. And as well as that, the food, we were fed very well. Probably too much food, but it was an absolutely lovely retreat. I enjoyed the four of us staying together. Michelle was there with her husband, and you know, they had a longer time up there. But Amanda, myself, and well, we were doing our teapots. But it was really nice, just sort of sitting, chatting, and relaxing instead of over the TV, over the monitors, but in real life. I'm sure there's probably other things I wanted to say, but because of what it is and how time is, I'll say goodbye. I should be back next month and get back to regularly monthly videos. I hope you're all well. Have happy stitching, and I'll see you in the near future. Goodbye. This is a quick insert, so if I can't crop the message in the next one saying I will add these additional things in next video, just ignore it because I am here on another night and I managed to get them work, so I thought I'd just slip them all in this. I had so many stops and starts on this video that I decided to just hook them all together and put it out. On your screen now, excuse me for I won't be coming to the screen during this little bit because I'm sitting here late at night with no makeup on. You'd barely recognise me. This was a gift that Liz and Kat creates. Liz goes to a lot of retreats and I think she does something for everyone at all of them. Lovely Daisy for the Daisy Chain Retreat 2025 and a very handy needle minder. Just going to move that mess and we'll see where we go. I believe these are the Smalls Exchange. Beautiful work. People put a lot of effort into them. Back to the brag table. This, I know this belongs to Amanda from Paddington Terrace. He is so cute. He looks very big there, but he's a little cutie. There's some lovely work hanging around the wall. I love that Mirabilia. Haven't got that one. Looks beautiful on that fabric. I'm just going to flick through these. I believe that's Adele. Smalls Exchange, back to the board. Now that's the one, my new start. That was done by Deborah Sharp, and she finished that at the retreat. Absolutely gorgeous. That's a Mojo's little possum. These were the gifts for the prizes. There was bingo, and a couple of others were quite fun. Again, back to the prizes. Lots of beautiful. There were gift vouchers. There were little kits. All sorts of things. You know, threads. It was just lovely. Back to the brag table. The gifts. Just beautiful. And it's lovely sitting there during the retreat, having all of this in your view as you're sitting there chatting with fellow stitchers. Just gorgeous. That's lovely. I love that one. I love it on that fabric. I think these are Teresa's, the host of the retreat, hanging along the wall. There's our 4 tea kettles. Kelly from Animal Instincts and Amanda Pennington Terrace went out and did a photo shoot with our 4 little teapots. You can see we're all very proud of them. Back to the Smalls Exchange, I think. Then we get to the food. We were fed very well. It like I said, it was the prettiest retreat. Whoop, I go back. The prettiest retreat I've ever been to. Had a great time. First time I've driven that far north by myself in the car, but I got there. And they're the end of the retreat photos. And this is an update on my DMC stand. I have got all the week's dye works twisted and on there. Classic Colourworks, gassed, and up the top, on the very top where all the metallics and that of the DMCs are, I've got country, cottage threads, all the bits and pieces ones, and I've still got, I believe, Silks for You to go on, and Karen Water Lilies, and then it should be finished. It's very easy to pull the ones out that have got the tags on them and get the DMCs from behind, because the DMC is listed there. I should get a closer one and show you. I've got labels of what's what. I mean, I know, but I've got nice labels on each of the levels. I believe that is it. I will actually probably, this is probably at the end, simply because I didn't even get to the end shot on this. So it's going to be a little bit garbled saying I couldn't get the retreats done. I'll do them later. So this is going to be a second goodbye. I hope you're all well. Take care and stay safe, and hopefully I won't be away so long next time. Take care. Bye.